Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of this story is What If Naruto Became Emperor Instead of the Child of Prophecy. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Apologia channel as well if you haven't done so already. And a little bit of disclaimer, this might be a little bit dark than usual stories, so heads up. And moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels, and leave down your suggestions in the comment section down below, just one at a time please. Do not spam most of the comments because the other people's suggestion get hidden and get left behind, which I can't read. So please, one suggestion at a time per comment. Anyways, enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato. 6 years after the Kyuubi attack, as we go towards the said village, it was raining heavily on the October 9th, the 6th year anniversary of the Kyuubi's attack. Tonight's night was quite heavy. Not only was it raining, but the atmosphere in general was quite dark. The people were set out to celebrate the Kyuubi's defeat 6th year, but they couldn't because of the heavy storm that was raining down on them. So, they were forced to remain at home, most of them that is, because a group was hell-bent on seeking revenge. So much so, they arrived at a run-down apartment complex in the red light district and broke through one specific apartment. "Get him!" yelled out the leader. As now we see, they saw a single room, attached bathroom, and a living room and kitchen apartment in which nobody was present, no adult whatsoever. But they weren't looking for an adult, no, they were looking for a kid, a 6-year-old, as everything was thrown left and right in search for him, and in the end he was found under the bed. "I found him, he's here. What should we do?" "Grab him. We have to take him with us. We can't do it here." "What do you want? Leave me alone," yelled out the kid. He was scared, obviously, because grown men had broken into his home and were about to do something bad to him. And so he was grabbed and dragged all the way across Konoha into the forest of death. Once arrived there, Naruto was tied to a post, a wooden post that was there. As now we see, Naruto was scared and shaking. Well, the demon is finally captured. Now, it is up to us to decide what kind of judgment should we bring down upon it. Kill it. That is the only judgment that will resolve the unrest of our loved ones. No, they died. They died painfully. He will have to suffer for each and every one of their deaths. That one of them. Everyone agreed to that. What followed suit was nothing more than brutality. The child suffered. He was beaten to the inch of his life with everything: hammers, nails, even the blunt side of an axe, because they didn't want to kill him. They wanted to make him suffer. Both of his arms and legs were broken, bones shattered. As Naruto was on the ground, his eyes hollow but open, indicating that he had a little bit of life left in him. This son of a bitch won't die, even after all the pain that we gave him. What do you expect? He is the Kyuubi after all. He wouldn't die that easy. I guess you're right. What should we do? Should we leave him here? No. If anyone finds him, it will be a disaster for us. Grab a bag. We're gonna throw him into it and tie it up. And tie some weight into it. What are you gonna do? Drown him. That is the only option left. And so that is what they did to Naruto. A bag was brought. Naruto was thrown inside that sack and tied. And the sack was tied to huge bags filled with sand. And then he was brought with the help of a cart to a near stream that flew on the outskirts of Konoha. And he was thrown and dumped there. Burned the cart. No traces should remain. We all walk back. What do you mean, you all walk? Said Hiruzen Sarutobi, as he and the others have alerted already, and they were there. The civilians who were involved were shocked and scared. Bring him out. As Ananbu went inside and brought out the bag, take him to the medics and fast. And so, that is what the medic did. What should we do with them? You can't hurt us, Kage-sama. You have to realize we did this out of our pain. Yeah. We felt the pain of our people. We need to liberate their pain. Their souls need to be liberated. Because of his existence. They still haunt. Oh yeah? Go and ask them if they wanted this or not. I want you to do the same. Break their bones, tie them to some sandbags and drown them. Let them have the same fate as they did to the boy. As after that we see, Hiruzen arrived, rushing back to the medics as the people were taken care of. As soon as he was arrived there, he was enraged, beyond enraged, as the doctor came out to inform him, Hokage-sama. The boy is in a bad condition. Multiple bone fractures and microfractures at that. I'm afraid I won't be alone enough to save him. What do you need? Anything. Tell me. Tsunade. Tsunade-sama is the only one. Alright. As Hiruzen summoned Enma and told him to contact Toads and tell them and Jiraiya to arrive with Tsunade as fast as they could. And so, Enma left, reverse summoning himself back, while Hiruzen stood there with a stone-cold expression. Within 24 hours, Jiraiya reverse summoned himself back with a Tsunade who was enraged. As soon as both of them arrived where Hiruzen was, guided by Ananbu, Tsunade was about to give a piece of her mind to Hiruzen, but stopped when she saw that how the situation was. I'll help him. And that is what she said and went straight to work. While inside, Naruto was being treated by Tsunade as well as the others. And being treated so, we see, within the mindscape, Kyubi no Yoko was just disgusted. Disgusted beyond anything. It was the demon, yes, but even it was not enough of a demon to do this to a 6-year-old child who was resting in his home. Konoha was the real monster here, not he. And they say that there exists evil in this world, forgetting that they are the bigger cause of that evil. Pathetic. They're true to your word, son. They are pathetic. As the voice came, the said Kyubi froze and looked towards a man who was hovering there. Father, what are you doing here? I am pissed, such as you, and disgusted. The child of prophecy was sent here to save the world and unite you, all siblings, and become the bridge between you and them. But that doesn't matter anymore, because these people, no, these monsters, they don't deserve it. If anything they do deserve is a king. A what? A king. A forceful king who would rule the whole elemental nation. Kamiyami and Shinigami have allowed me to be creative. Since I was the one chosen to forge the prophecy of this world, I am forging it complete now. What? But haven't you? No, Kurama. It wasn't complete. It is about to be complete though. With your help. What do you mean, my help, father? You will have to guide the child and help him. Be his general. Free your siblings and let them be the ones to join his side. Once that is done, take over the elemental nations. Those who oppose, they shall perish, and those who surrender will be the only ones left to live. His new goal will be to unite and to rule under peace of his regime. King of the elemental nations, Naruto Uzumaki, the chosen one, the child of prophecy of Kami, Yami, Shinigami, and mine. As Kurama was taken aback by this knowledge that was given to him, are you sure, father? This is the child? Yes, this is the child, the chosen one. The one that I mentioned all those years ago when you were just a kid. Then I will help him. To the best of my abilities, I will. I know, son. And one more thing. When he awakes, as a seal matrix glue from the hand of the sage and disappeared, tell him about this. His own weapon. And its manifestation. With that, the sage faded. While on the other side, Tsunade, after 48 hours of continuous operating, was able to mend even the smallest minor fracture in each and every bone of Naruto. And Naruto was back to good health. As now we see, Tsunade came out with an expression that was cold as ice. Which monster did this to a small 6-year-old kid? They're taken care of. They? So there was more than one. Who were they? Iba? Kumo? No. They were from Konoha. Konoha? That's Tsunade, a little bit shocked and taken aback. I know that these people are selfish, but monsters? No. This really isn't the village that I grew up in. It's changed. I know. It's all my fault. After Minato's death, I have been easy on them. Because they were grieving. Or like vultures, they were trying to claw out the power from my hand. It's time that I make sure that doesn't happen again. Hiruzen gave a strict order, and we did a strategic surgical strike within the nighttime. The 3 elders, alongside with the key civilian members who were corrupt to the core, and the shinobi side members, were wiped out clean and taken care of as Hiruzen arrived in the next council meeting. No Danzo, no Root, no nothing whatsoever. Everything was wiped out clean. Gentlemen and ladies, I have called you here to inform you of one thing and one thing alone. This is not a power play going on here. This is my dictatorship, this is my leadership, and this is my land which I rule. And for those who do not see it that way, they'll be taken care of under the law of Konoha and under my rule. And those who are seen as a threat has been taken care of, said Hiruzen, as his both hands were in front of him on the table. I am giving you one last and final warning. Stay the hell away from my authorized people. If you can't, civilian or not, you will be dealt with. No punishment, just execution. My word is the law here. And with that, the meeting came to an end. The threat was clear. The empty seats were more than enough of an indication of what happened to them. Because they were the ones who always challenged Hiruzen. And now they were not even here to take the position of the seat that they licked on because of their power. After that, nobody bothered Naruto. The rumor spread and spread fast that the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki was off limits. Those who tried were murdered in cold blood. The professor was back, and back as an Oni, the much worse version of him, true dictator. While on the other side, Naruto was recovering, and recovering fast. Tsunade was seated there, until Katsuyu arrived. Tsunade, Katsuyu, what is it? I here to bring you a news. What news? The prophecy. The one that Uriah and the Toads had. What of it? It's changed. As now we go towards the Toad Mountain where Samamaru-sama continued. Changed to what? Said Jiraiya. Let me finish, Jiraiya. It's changed to the child of prophecy now rising as the supreme power, the one who would rule the elemental nation. Those who stand against him will be cut down, and those who side with him will be the only ones to live under peace. Kamiyami and Shinigami and the sage are pissed beyond everything, and they have deemed it necessary that peace with force is the only option because the people of elemental nations would never learn. As Jiraiya was the one most shocked out of this. All his life, most of the time, he thought that the prophecy was about, well, peace and whatnot, never about conquest and then peace. He was shaken to the core. Who is this child of prophecy then? Because I have a guess. Your guess is correct. The one that was attacked. The one that should have not been wounded by its own people. The one now that will rise. As Jiraiya gulped, as if something was hard to swallow, but he did. I have to go back. So go now, Jiraiya. Time is of essence. Inform Konoha and make sure the child bears you and us. As on the other side we see Naruto woke up, but not consciously, within his own mindscape, where in front of him was the Kyuubi no Yoko. Freed from the seal, standing beside them was two figures. One that resembled the fourth Hokage statue, and the other was a red-headed woman, as they had a sad expression on their face. Go on, Minato. Kushina. Meet him. As both of them came forward, and Kushina couldn't hold it in together, and she dropped to her knees, hugged the child, and began to cry, and said only two words in hissed breaths that caused Naruto to shed tears as well. The baby. And with that, Naruto was able to understand who this was. This embrace, no other woman in this world could have done that. Not except her. His mother. The one that he always wanted to be held by. The one who he always missed. And he was always alone. When he always saw the other family celebrating. Other mothers being attentive to their children. Mother? Said Naruto, as his lips trembled and tears shed down from his face. As Minato too looked away, hiding his tears in shame because it was him who had caused this much pain to his son. So much so that he was almost at that doorsteps, if it wasn't for Tsunade and Hiruzen to bring him back. As now we see, Naruto, after the emotional reunion, when everyone calmed down, then looked towards the Kyuubi. How are you alive? Everyone said that. Forward, call me father, Naruto. I know I don't deserve to be called that. But please, son. As Naruto nodded, why didn't Tochan kill? No. He sealed me within you. I can't be killed, Naruto. I can't. No other Biju in the world can. We all reform because we are beings made out of chakra with our own consciousness. We are sentient beings like you all. We can think, we can feel. Emotions. As Naruto heard this, he was shocked. But they all said that they lie. Said Minato. We all were fooled. All of us were Naruto. Including me. And I'm the fourth Hokage. I have heard from Kurama what your true goal and purpose is. My goal and purpose? While your body recovers, I have to train you. Their chakra is little, so spend as much as time as possible with them. I will tell him what to do and what not to do later, Minato. Kushina. In the meantime, you sit down and talk. Spend as much time as you can. So that is what they did. For almost an hour, Naruto sat it down with his parents and lay down in the lap of his mother, something he always wanted to do. While resting there and talking to them, Naruto was able to cherish each and every moment. To him, it was lifetime worth of memories, the only ones that he would cherish. So he made sure that he would burn everything into his skull and head. After that, we see came the tearful goodbye. And once they were gone, Naruto shedded tears. Yubi wrapped the tail around Naruto, because Naruto was crying. A 6-year-old child who was orphaned had just met his parents and was now forced to say goodbye to them. And after that, Kurama told him, you need to harden up, Naruto. Because if you don't, the world outside would chew you out like they almost did. You're right, said Naruto while nodding. What do I need to do? As Kurama told him everything, and the prophecy, and also gave him the seal that was left behind by the sage. This is your chakra weapon, a katana forged from your chakra. This is a blade that will be able to cut through souls and chakra networks, alongside with dealing with the flesh wounds. Even a biju can be harmed with it. You need to train with it inside the mindscape. As QB then transformed into a humanoid with a blade of its own. And I will be your sensei. Do not expect me to go easy on you, because the world won't. And so, the training began. For almost more than a year, Naruto was in a comatose state. And after 1 year, Naruto stirred awake. Tsunade, who has been there, because she decided to stay there after the prophecy, and after Jiraiya rushed back and informed Hiruzen and the others, decided it would be for the best, because even Enma had came. And once Naruto was awake, his eyes were different. I looked towards his Gigi. Thank you. But how did you find out? You don't need to thank me, Naruto. I regret I was this late. I was searching for you. I thought through the traps. It was too much of a paperwork on that specific night. There has been reports that you were hurt, almost captured and beaten before. So I thought maybe I should pay you a visit, just to make sure that you were safe. And once I arrived at your apartment and saw that it was almost destroyed, I knew something was off. So, I ran. Alongside me summoning my Anbus, I searched and was able to track you down here. And once I found out where you were, I was able to save you. I'm sorry, Naruto. I was late. No. It's alright. What happened? I cleaned up the village. I had to remind them that here I'm the one who rules as a Kage. We are at your back and call, Naruto, because we know the prophecy, said Jiraiya as he stepped out. If you need anything, just ask, kid. And if you need guidance, we are also here for you, said Hiruzen. Thank you. Naruto began his training, his physical recovery and training for the next 2 years with her. While this was going on, the other elemental nations were also finding out about this, through some monks as well as those people who had foresight. A blonde king rising from Konoha and taking over all of them. Most villages mocked and laughed at this, but those who thought of this as seriously, such as Kumo and Kiri, were taken aback and scared somewhat. And one organization in general was fearful, Akatsuki. While in training, they tried to attack Naruto, but the security was so tight that they couldn't even cross within, and they were almost captured. So, at the age of 15, when Naruto was ready, Akatsuki was too. They struck with the Orochimaru, but Naruto was able to cut through them using his chakra weapon. It didn't punish, it executed. Zetsu was the first one to experience it, and then the Immortals. After seeing that the Immortals have fallen to that weapon that he manifested, the katana that he wielded, which was blue, they realized that something was wrong. Even the Tobi's phasing ability was cut short as his neck was cleaved off. One after the other they fell. Naruto and his army advanced. Konoha rose. Soon after, the other villages joined him as well, the minor ones, and those who were kind enough to do so, because Naruto solved their matters, such as Land of Waves, as well as the Demon Country. As for the rice, they tried to use the box to counter this king, but they failed badly. Those who wanted to make the rice country great again all perished, and the rice was absorbed within the kingdom of Konoha that was rising. The Land of Fire was now its capital. The daimyo was stepped down. A coup was made by Naruto by force, and the corrupts, they were captured, executed. No mercy was given. People celebrated after being liberated, and then the conquest continued. Seeing this, Kumo and Iwa were scared, and they formed an alliance. Tuna and Kiri joined willingly after the surrender. They had nothing in them to fight because they knew Konoha, under this new regime of Naruto Uzumaki, a new king, he would do good by them. And that is what Naruto did. He stood by his allies. He expanded his kingdom. In the final showdown, he took down all of them, but didn't kill their Kages. He made an example out of them by capturing them and taking them prisoners. As for those civilians, they had to surrender in the end, and the conquest was fulfilled. Peace forcefully was ensued. Those who ever even cursed at the other from the other villages would be executed. The rules were very strict, so much so that it was borderline barbaric. But for these barbarians who hated everyone out of racism because of the land they belonged to, it was the perfect solution. And it worked like a charm, and as time gradually went by, Naruto decreased the strictness, but kept it fair, to make sure that nobody would be able to forget that he is still the true power, the Lion of Konoha, the one who has the generals as bijus, at his beck and call. Now, as now we see, inside the kingdom, Land of Fire capital, Naruto was seated inside his palace. He wasn't wearing anything too, flashy, just a normal dress, a casual one, and his blade was right next to him. As Naruto looked towards his left, where 9 thrones equal to him were built, in which all the 9 bijus were seated, and on the other side were his close men, Jiraiya, Hiruzen, Tsunade, and Kakashi, the only people that he closely trusted. And then there was Mayta and Gaara no Sabuko, the Kazekage as well as the Mizukage, those who sided by him. Naruto was there in a meeting, and he was happy to see that his land, his kingdom, was finally at peace. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Polo Chia channel as well if you haven't done so already. As this is it for the day, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.